So from the bottom up, so right near the door, I've got my switch. All the wires run down through that little. Now, like I said, if you're cutting out this paneling, it's a mess. So, but I ended up putting that blue paneling behind it to make it 1/2 inch at least thick, because you got to have a channel, or else, you know, when you put your plywood up there, it's going to be not good. So, and then here's all the other wiring. But what really makes this stuff work are these Ideal that I bought at Lowe's. These wire connectors, they basically lock, so you flip a lever and then lock them. These things are the best because you can join tiny wires like that light. That was all connected with the those Ideal connectors, because they can go from 22 gauge to 12 gauge. Okay, so this is what it looks like after you put the fan in. It's nice and tight. And I put some 3M tape up there, air conditioning tape. Okay, to get the depth that you need for, you know, if you want to insulate it, to get the depth you need for all the wires and stuff, you're going to need to put a plate on here. So this is actually going to go up there like that, and this is 3/4 inch thick. So that's going to go up there after I get done, and that's going to give it the depth that it needs. So I put a pocket in here, which I'll show you in a second. And so that's basically only 1/2 inch foam, and then the rest is, you'll see, is 1 inch foam. Now, let's go to this side. So on the right side, I've got my electrical. This is where the box is going to be. So this has already been tested. So the cables run down, and then you cut a channel in here, so that when you put the wood up there, it's not mashing it all down. So, and this goes to my fan. I did change the ceiling. So as you can see, the ceiling, I just basically flipped the Poly Pro upside down, because I decided I'm not going to put wood up there until I figure out where my I think my windows and all that kind of stuff go. But I'm going to go ahead and put the wall paneling back on. And I've got all the spaces cut for, like, my fan. Okay, so that's what it looks like after it's been put back in. I'm gonna be repairing all these holes, but I actually drilled all new holes and made it look a lot better. So now we're gonna do this side. Gonna make the hole, retape some of this stuff down, make it look good so it'll stay, and then drill my hole down there for my power block. Okay, so another thing I did is they didn't line the holes up on the paneling with the actual beams here. Now some of them are, like, you can look, and some of them are, but like this one's off a little bit. And you know, once they start getting off a line, then things just start pulling through. So what I did is I set up my laser, and then I set it on the one beam, and I marked, when I had the walls off, I marked it, and then as you can see right there, then you can shoot that up there, put your marks on the wall, and you're good to go. Now all you have to do is level your trailer, and it'll show you where level is by what I did is I put the laser on, set the guide up, and then adjusted the tongue so that it would be, you know, right. And it pretty much did. So now I'm going to drill new holes so that it will attach better. But yeah, this little laser trick, that's the way to go. Okay, so now I'm doing the ceiling, which I said I probably wasn't going to do, but I went ahead and found this. It's a bead board, but it's really thin. It's only like 3/8 inch. And you can buy a pack of 6. It's 3/8 inch by 3.5 wide, and it is tongue and groove, so you can see it's got a tongue on it. Now I'm not using it as a tongue and groove. I just want to hold the ceiling up in a decent way. So these are 8 foot long, so I'll show you what I did. So because there's 6 strips, I started in the middle and I went over and divided that up so I'd have 3.5 inches in the middle with nothing there. And then I started over, and then it ended up being nice and tight over here. And so that worked really good. Okay, so I got the ceiling and I got all the pieces put up, and along with the light. Let's put the light back. I don't know why I get more light going that way. If anybody knows that, some sort of theory on light, but it seems to be brighter going across than long ways. I don't know if it's just me or what, but I think everybody who's seen it in my family says it's brighter this way. So anyway, that's what the slats look like, and then I put the trim back up, and that's just on an angle, and it holds everything up. But if you're wondering what I drilled with, this is a DeWalt bit that's made from metal, and then I put this stop collar on it so it doesn't, it won't go past 3/4 of an inch, so it doesn't, drill into anything else, especially the top side of because everything I was drilling was up. So, and then I also re-drilled everything in the walls, because the way they drilled everything, if you can see that, the screws should be set this way. Everything should be flush or just proud, you know what I mean? And they were like, you couldn't even see them. They were so deep in there. So I basically re-drilled all the holes and redid everything. And then I'm gonna spackle over that with some wood filler. And then I'm probably gonna paint everything white. So let me jump back in. I'll show you the back here. So this is how I did the trim. There used to be metal right there, and what I did is I just took some 1/8 inch plywood and put it in the angle, because it would not allow me to put the insulation that I wanted in there. So once I did that, I just tucked it in behind here, and so you can see it's really nice and tucked in. So everything's pretty good. And then yeah, I've got everything set. So I still, before I go camping and try this whole thing out, I need to put some covers on this so that when I don't want the air to come through on at least one of them, I can block them off. That way, if it gets really cold, but I do need to have a certain amount of CFM so I don't suffocate in here. But this fan right here, even though you don't add them both up, just one pushing out, drawing the air out, turns over the air, and this little 4x8 every 3 minutes. So that's my calculations on how much volume this needs to suck out the air, so, or turn the air over. So but anyway, I got to just do a few more things. So I got to finish. I'm going to build a cabinet in the front, in the V-nose, and that's going to butt up to where my head is for the bed. And then I'm going to build a platform that's just high enough so that I can put this underneath it. And then this part right here of the bed, it's going to basically, let me zoom, let's see, yeah, it's going to flip up so that I can slide this in, because this thing is really heavy. And not only that, it's not so much heavy as these little rubber things on here, they don't allow this thing to move. I mean, it's kind of sticky. And so I need a way to just be able to kind of slide it in from the door, not hurt my back. And so I'm going to flip up, I'm going to make it so that I have a hinge here, and then the bed will flip up this way as well. So I'll show you all that when I get done, but I had trouble buying wood yesterday. So anyway, hope you're sticking with me. I know I make long videos, but I'm not really a YouTube video maker, so I just do this to help someone that might need help. So anyway, I'll let you know what's next.